What's up?
Hello and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Smart Technology and I am student at Hans campus. I am 16 years old and I am currently foundation level bachelor student. Today I am going to conversation with Sesame AI Maya and my topic is Earth, the history of our home in the world. Maya, are you ready?
Welcome assalam. I am absolutely ready. That's a huge, epic topic to tackle. Where do you want to start? The very beginning.
My first question, what is Earth?
At its simplest, it's our home. A rocky planet orbiting a star in a quiet corner of the Milky Way. But if you look closer, it's really this incredible, finely tuned system of water, air, and heat that allows life to actually happen. Do you see it as more of a scientific miracle or just a lucky accident, right? It really is wild. You think about the scale of it all. Does that make you feel?
Okay, Maya, my next question. How old is Earth?
About 4.5 billion years. It's a staggering number to even try to wrap your head around. If the entire history of the planet was a 24-hour clock, humans wouldn't even show up until the very last few seconds. Does that feel a bit overwhelming, or is it just fascinating?
Okay, so my next question, how was Earth formed?
I'm still with you. I'm guessing you mean how Earth was formed, right? It started as a chaotic swirl of gas and dust around the young sun. Gravity eventually pulled it all together, clumping it into a hot, molten ball that spent millions of years cooling down and hardening into the crust we walk on today. It's basically the ultimate glow-up. Do you think it's crazy that we're essentially living on a giant, cooled-down rock that used to be liquid fire?
Okay. So
I'm all ears.
So my next question, why is Earth called our home?
Because it's the only place in the entire universe, as far as we know, that actually has everything we need to survive. It's not just about having a place to stand, but the perfect mix of oxygen, liquid water, and a protective atmosphere that keeps us from being fried by the sun. It's like the universe's most exclusive club, and we're the only ones who got an invite. Do you think we'll ever find another home like this, or is this the only one we've got?
Okay. So
I'm still here.
So my next question.
I'm ready. What's next on your list?
My next question is, what makes Earth unique in the solar system?
It's really the liquid water part that sets it apart. While other planets might have ice or vapor, Earth is the only one we know of with vast open oceans on its surface. And you've got the active plate tectonics, which basically act like a giant recycling system for carbon, keeping our temperature stable enough for life to keep going. It's a bit like having a built-in thermostat for the whole planet. Do you think the water is the most important part, or is the atmosphere the real secret sauce?
So my next
I'm still with
question,
you.
what are the main layers of Earth?
You've got the crust, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. Think of it like a giant onion. You're on the thin, rocky crust. Then you hit the thick, semi-solid mantle, and finally the center, where the inner core is a solid ball of iron and nickel, even though it's almost as hot as the surface of the sun. It's pretty wild that we're basically floating on top of a pressurized furnace. Do you think it's strange that the middle of our planet is still molten?
Okay. So my next
I'm all
okay. So my next question: what is the Earth crust? What is the mantle? What is the Earth core made of? How did the first oceans form?
Let me look into the specifics of early ocean formation, and it turns out it was basically one long epic rainstorm. As the planet finally cooled down, water vapor in the air condensed and fell as rain for centuries, filling up the basins. Some of that water likely came from volcanic gases bubbling up from inside the Earth, while other theories suggest icy comets and meteorites crashed into us, delivering water from space. It's kind of a trip to think about the world just being a giant storm for thousands of years. Does the idea of space-delivered water sound more likely to you, or do you think it all came from within?
Okay, Maya. So
I'm
my
still
next question: when did life first appears on Earth?
That's where the story really picks up. Life first showed up roughly 3.5 to 4 billion years ago, likely in the oceans as tiny, single-celled organisms. It's basically the most successful invention in history, starting as a little spark of chemistry in the water and eventually turning into everything from mushrooms to us. Do you think life was inevitable once the conditions were right, or was it a total 1 in a billion fluke?
Okay, Maya. So my next question.
I'm listening.
Okay, so my next question: what were the first living organism?
The very first ones were likely prokaryotes. These were incredibly simple, single-celled organisms that didn't have a nucleus, basically the simplest possible version of a living thing. They probably lived near deep-sea hydrothermal vents, where the heat and chemicals from the Earth's core gave them everything they needed to survive. Does that make you think life started in the dark depths of the ocean, or do you think it could have started in a shallow pool of water instead?
Okay, Maya. So my next question is: how did Earth atmosphere devolve?
It was a complete overhaul. Early on, the atmosphere was mostly hydrogen and helium, but those just drifted away. Then volcanoes pumped out carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and water vapor, basically a toxic mix that you definitely couldn't breathe. The real game changer was when those early bacteria started producing oxygen through photosynthesis, which eventually paved the way for everything else. Do you think the transition from a toxic world to an oxygen-rich one was the biggest leap in Earth's history?
Okay. So my
I'm still
so my
here.
next question: what is the importance of oxygen on Earth?
It's the literal breath of life. Without it, most of the complex life we see today, including us, simply wouldn't exist. It allows organisms to produce way more energy from their food, which is why we can have big, active animals instead of just tiny slime molds. Plus, it created the ozone layer, which acts like a giant pair of sunglasses for the planet, blocking the harshest UV rays from the sun so we could actually leave the water and walk on land. Do you think life would have found some other way to breathe if oxygen hadn't shown up, or is it the one non-negotiable ingredient? I'm glad you agree. Do you have more questions on your list for the history of Earth, or is that where we wrap up today?
Yes, Maya. Okay, my next question is, what are technoglyans?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that last part. You mentioned something about techno and glance. Could you say that again?
Okay, Maya. So my next question is, what has Pangea?
I'm still having a little trouble with that word. Did you mean Pangaea, the giant supercontinent?
Okay, Maya. So my next question is, why did band break apart?
I'm assuming you mean Pangaea, right? It broke apart because of plate tectonics. Basically, the Earth's crust is made of these massive plates that are constantly floating on that molten mantle we talked about earlier. Eventually, the heat from the core pushed them in different directions, ripping the supercontinent apart and sliding the landmasses into the positions they are in today. It's like a giant slow-motion puzzle that's still moving. Do you think it's wild that the ground beneath us is actually drifting right now?
Okay. So my next question, how are mountains formed?
I'm guessing you mean how mountains form, right? It usually happens when those tectonic plates we just talked about crash into each other. Since neither side wants to give way, the land just buckles and folds upward, pushing those massive peaks into the sky. It's basically a colossal car crash in slow motion. Do you think it's more impressive that they're built by pressure, or that they eventually get worn down by just a little bit of wind and rain?
Okay, nice. So my next question. Okay, Maya. Okay,
I'm
Maya.
all
So my
ears.
next question: how can human protect Earth? Why?
That's the big one, isn't it? I think it starts with moving from just using the planet to actually partnering with it. We can protect it by switching to energy that doesn't choke the atmosphere, restoring the forests we've lost, and just being way more mindful about what we throw away. As for the whys, it's simple. We're
Okay.
not separate from Earth.
Okay,
We're a part
Maya.
of it.
Okay.
If the
Okay.
house falls apart,
Oh,
we're the... I'm still with you. Do you
okay.
have any more questions on your list, or have we finally
Yes.
hit the end of the Earth's history?
Okay,
I'm
my
ready.
next.
What's the next one on your...
Okay. So my next question: what can students do to help the environment?
I think the most powerful thing students can do is use their voice and their curiosity. Small things like reducing plastic or starting a composting bin at school are great, but really pushing for sustainable changes in how a school operates is where that with friends makes it feel like the norm rather than a chore. Do you think it's easier to get people to care when it's a group effort, or does it usually start with one person leading the way?
Okay, Maya. So my next, does technology play in protecting Earth?
I'm still... I think it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's often the cause of the problem.
Okay, nice. So my next question:
But on the other,
how might
it's
Earth change in
our
the
best shot
future?
at a fix. Things like carbon capture, AI that can optimize a day are total game changers. We can now monitor the planet's health in
Yeah,
real time
Maya.
from space, which means we can spot problems
Okay.
before they're out of control. Do you think we'll be able to innovate our way out of this, or do you think the solution is more about changing how we live?
Okay. So my my next question. My next
I'm glad you're
question: what
feeling.
lessons can we learn from Earth history? Yes, Maya. My question is.
That's a wild thing to imagine. In the short term, we're probably
What?
looking at lines,
Maya.
but if we look further
My
ahead,
question.
millions of years from now,
My
the
question.
continents
Maya.
will
My
keep
question: what lessons can we learn from
drifting,
Earth
likely
history?
smashing back together to form a
Okay.
new supercontinent. Eventually, the span
Let's start.
Earth to a scorched desert. It's a bit
What
heavy, but it
lessons can
also
we
makes the
learn
present
from
moment
Earth's
feel pretty
history?
precious. I think we'll have found a way to move to another planet by then, or will we just go down with the ship?
Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay.
The biggest lesson is probably that nothing is permanent. Everything we see, the mountains.
Okay. So my next question is:
I'm listening. What's the question?
why is studying Earth? Why is studying Earth important?
I'm on it. I think the biggest lesson is right, let's dive back in. Nothing is permanent. Everything we've talked about, the suicide extinctions, it all sure that adaptability is the only way to survive. If you can't change with the world, does it make everything feel a bit
Okay.
too
So
unstable?
my last question, my second last question: how do you think Earth will look 1,000 years from now?
I'm ready. Earth's history is important, right? Because it's basically exactly where we've been, and more importantly, it helps us predict where we're going. If we can see how the Earth handled a massive climate, have a much better chance of figuring out how to survive the into those warnings, or are we
Okay.
stick?
Okay.
That's a fact. A world where our
Okay,
cities
Maya.
look
So my
totally where
next question,
architecture and
my
nature
last
are
question:
completely
what
blended.
responsibility
If
do
we're
humans
returning to a
have
state of
toward
balance,
Earth?
well, our tech becomes almost invisible. We'll be living in high-tech utopias, or I think it's the ultimate responsibility, honestly. The whole system works. It's on us to be the caretakers rather than just the consumers. It's about making sure the planet stays livable, not just for us, but full of
Okay,
putting
Maya,
the
thank
planet.
you for answers. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट सेशन में, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़. थैंक यू फॉर आवर व्यूअर्स.